Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial. We're doing it nice and casual in front of my nice background here. Today we are doing a tutorial on nothing other than the Modern Renaissance palette. This has got to be one of my favorite palettes, as you can see as soon as you open it up. This look is one of my favorite looks that I've ever worn in terms of makeup. I've actually tried to film this video 3 times. This is the 3rd time and this is the only time that I've actually liked the video. I filmed it on backdrops and I just think the lighting was a bit weird, and I just think that with this natural lighting, this natural setting, you can really see all the colors and everything. Just I cannot believe that I've had this palette for this long and it's taken me up until now to film this look. I love this palette so much. I feel like I hardly ever talk about it on my channel, even though it's one of my favorites. I know it's a favorite of a lot of people on YouTube as well. So without further ado, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. But before we start the tutorial, I would encourage you guys to subscribe. If you are already subscribed, please do turn on the bell notifications just down below so that you can get notified every single time that I post a video. Every single time your girl posts a video, you're going to be there watching me. How terrifying is that? So guys, without prolonging the intro, we're going to get straight into this tutorial. So everybody, the first thing that we're going to do is prime. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was about, to be fair. We're going to use the Fenty We're going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r primer. We're going to use this today. I want to give it another shot because I have been using it ever since it was released, but I don't know really yet if I love it yet, but I have been liking the way it's been performing, so that's why we're going to use this today. I find that it's quite decent at oil control as well. I mean, if you're oily, I don't think this is going to be like a miracle worker for you, but if you have like somewhat normal skin, this will be nice. It like dries a tiny bit matte and a tiny bit tacky. It's a bit like a moisturizer. Now I'm going to colour correct and then we're going to pop some foundation on. So for our base, for our complexion, we are actually going to use the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. For you guys' reference, I'm in the shade Nutmeg. For you guys' reference, the shade selection is Trash. Yeah, I said it. 40 shades. Yeah, it's rude. It's very disrespectful. It's rude. This foundation is quite matte, so if that's something you're looking for, this is great. It reminds me a little bit of the Estee Lauder foundation, although I do like the Estee Lauder foundation a bit more because I feel like you can put on a little bit less and get a full coverage wear, whereas I feel like with this you do have to pile it on a tiny bit. It is kind of like a cream formula, but it's definitely thinner than the Estee Lauder foundation. That one is thick. She's thick. To set my foundation, I'm going to be using the Airspun loose face powder. This stuff is what dreams are made of. If you have a foundation that you want to just give more of like a full coverage to, the Airspun powder is definitely one to do that with. I'm going to be using a highlighting concealer. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Now I have compared this to the Tarte Shape Tape. I still stand by that. I think it's a really good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape if that's obviously something that's not in your price range, or perhaps you just don't want to buy, you know, something from that particular brand. I don't know the reason, but this is the concealer I'm using today because I think it's actually quite pigmented. It does a good job of just brightening my eyes, and overall it does work as a really good concealer. For my setting powder, I'm going to use this Becca Multitasking Perfecting Powder. This actually comes in a different range of shades, so if you needed like a powder to bronze with, you could also find one. I find that this is really nice for deeper skin girls as well. I'm using this one today because it's super fine. The Colourpop concealer does kind of have a thick consistency. Now you don't want to pile a really heavy powder on top of what is already a thick concealer. It's just not going to be a good look. For my blush, I'm using a product from Sigma. This is the Aura powder in the shade Cor-de-Rosa. Just a lovely brown pink. I'm actually going to use this for this look. I think it accompanies this eye very well. I'm going to be using these Jeffree style cosmetics Skin Frost. They are so incredibly metallic. We've actually got Peach Goddess here and then Dark Horse. This is one of the darkest ones. If you've got really dark skin, this will look gorgeous on you, and if you've got very fair skin, this will look gorgeous on you. So best of both worlds. So moving on to the eyes, we're going to use none other than the Modern Renaissance palette. First shade that we're going to use is Real Gar here in the palette. This is the perfect transition shade for this look. The next shade we are using has got to be my favorite shade from this whole entire palette. We're going to be using Love Letter, which is this gorgeous pink just here. I'm going to use this to bring a bit more color. I'm going to blend it out with this Real Guy in the crease there. I'm basically going to use this in the outer crease and just on top where I'm going to kind of cut that crease, and then on my lower lash line as well. So now to kind of mirror the colours, I'm going to go in with Real Guy and literally just blend out this Love Letter shade here and smoke that eye all up. Using burnt orange just here, which I'm actually going to mix with a tiny bit of raw sienna. I'm actually just going to carve out the lid a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that I don't go all the way out to the outer third. I want to make sure I've just got that there, and I'm going to do somewhat of a like half cut crease with this. Now with a smaller kind of detail brush, this is the Morphe A17. What I'm going to do is go back in with Love Letter. I'm literally just going to put a tiny bit of my brush. I'm going to just clean these edges up and then just clean this a tiny bit to make sure it's shaped and nice and kind of cut creasy looking. Moving on to Mascara and Lashes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. I love this mascara for those of us with shorter lashes. It absolutely grips it on, and it's got that nice and tacky formula that just kind of just grips and pulls the lashes out. And then for my extensions, one I prepared earlier, these are the dull lashes in the style Chloe Elizabeth. They are so incredibly stunning. The packaging is amazing. These are the lashes that I'm going to be using today. For my eyebrows, we are using purely Colourpop Cosmetics products. I'm using the Colourpop Brow Color, which you guys know I use every single day of my life. But then I'm actually going to use the Colourpop Brow Gel. So far, I haven't been as impressed with this. It doesn't have the hold and like that I look for in a brow gel. My Anastasia Beverly Hills one is far more like just keeps everything on, regardless of if you've got hair moving in your face, that kind of thing. I find that this after a while just makes them look a bit soft and feathery, which is nice if you're going for that. But if I'm going to like a party or something like that, I'm gonna want something that's gonna kind of keep the brows on. I digress. We're going to use this brow gel today. My face is completely done now. I'm going to apply lip gloss because I am the lip gloss queen, la reina de lip gloss. I wish I knew how to say it in Spanish. Okay, we're going to be using the Bare Minerals Gen Nude glosses. This is in Sugar and Tantalize. I always start with Sugar and then I use Tantalize, which is a bit more of a brown shade to kind of calm it down. Do you guys have time for this look? Because I have all the time in the world for this look. So now the look's done. We're just going to get ready for the finishing touches and then I'll be ready for the outro. So everyone, this is the finish. No, I'm fucking with you. I went to a YouTube Black event and it was like, it was the best thing ever, and I cried so much for this hat that it only makes sense I have to wear this in the video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the finished look. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please do give this video a thumbs up. Drop down a comment below. If you have made it this far, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not forget to socialize with me on my socials. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye. You gonna get the eye in because this is the eye, this is a look. What made you think that I was left out bad and bougie? Do it look like I'm left out bad and bougie? Huh? What you say? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Yeah, in my bank account.